Today I'm talking about Parenting Teens, 7 Secrets to Success. This is part 2. So, a little bit about who I am. I'm Carlene Lehmann. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in a private practice located in Austin, Texas. And our website is www.relationshipsmatteraustin.com. You can go on there and find information about our services and then other materials that we have as well to support you in your journey as you are parenting your teenagers. So a little bit about my experience. I have experience working with teens in the public school system and also their parents. These teens had great challenges with emotional regulation and also with developing interpersonal skills with their teachers and peers. I did social skills groups, and I also worked one-to-one with them. I worked in the general education setting as a teacher and the special education setting as a teacher as well. And then now I work as a therapist with both teens and their parents. I like to have both of them involved, even if just one is the client, if at all possible, have both involved, because we all affect each other, right? And the more information that I can have about what's going on in the dynamic from each person's perspective, the better I can help you and your family. And then I'm also a mom of 3 teenagers, and one of them has Asperger's. So I know what it's like to be on the journey and have teens myself, and I know how challenging it can be. And that's why I do this work, because I don't want any parent to feel alone in that struggle that can come up at times, and in the doubt that we can have about ourselves and our parenting and if we're doing it right, and questions that come up that we may have been parented a totally different way, or the times were very different. Now we have so much technology and things that are accessible to our teens that just wasn't there when we were their age. And so, of course, we're not going to know it all, right? We're trying to figure it out. And so that's why I do this and provide this support and do these talks. So the 7 Secrets to Success, I did another video about part 1 where I talked about becoming an expert in adolescent development. And then today we're going to focus on number 2. The 3 things teens need most are love, boundaries, and power. Then just to review the others, 3 is we're going to employ new communication techniques in another part of this series. And then 4, we're allowing our teen to fail. 5, being a good role model. 6, we're going back to the basics. And then 7, develop and nurture a support network for yourself. So today we're talking about our teens' 3 top needs. And 1, yes, we probably all already know this, right? But I definitely want to make sure I cover it. It is love. Our teen needs love. They need to know that we love them unconditionally. That, no matter what they do, our love will remain true for them. We may not like what they do, right? It's definitely may not like it. And we may be upset with them. And they may hurt our feelings, right? Just like we can hurt their feelings at times. But that we love them. And we're going to be there and support them even in the hardest times of life. If they know that, then it makes it easier for them to get out there and take risks and try new things. So we want to make sure that we're expressing that love in age-appropriate ways and that we do it frequently. So as most of us probably have experienced already, and if not yet, it probably will be soon, that, you're going to take your kid to school and they're like, Mom, I don't want to hug in front of my friends. So they may have been totally okay with that in elementary school, and some of them still, at the beginning of middle school may be okay with that. But there will come a point, and it will seem like it comes out of nowhere, because it just happens so fast that one day we're carrying along and I'm giving them that hug, and the next day they're like, oh, by the way, Mom, I don't want you to do that anymore. Like, we can hug at home, we can do that in private, but not there at school. So that's what I mean about age-appropriate ways. That if your teen is giving you feedback that something you're doing is embarrassing them, that's something to talk to them about and to get more information, because we don't want to embarrass or humiliate them. And they're in a new stage, and they're going to become more independent, and they're not going to want us to do the same things that we used to do. And it's not that they don't love us, right? It's not that they don't want us in our life. They do. They really desperately do. But they get embarrassed easily. In that first part of this series, we talked about how they are at a stage where they are more self-conscious. And so that's what's going on. It's not personal to us. And so it's really important that we remember that. And then that unconditional love, to give it even when they're at their crabbiest, even when it seems like they may not deserve it, right? Even when they're upset with us, letting them know, you know what, I'm still here for you. Yep, we're having some conflict, we're having some issues, but I am here for you. And then number 2, another top need they have is boundaries. They need us to set the boundary for them. They need, like, if you kind of think about it, it's like a little container. And I'm kind of drawing like this little circle with my hands. So that surrounds them and us as their family, is a loving boundary. So we want to give them clear rules and expectations. We want to tell them why we have that rule for them, what purpose it serves. They need to know the whys, especially at these ages of being a teenager. And that will help to teach them appropriate behavior, and also what kind of boundaries they can set with other people in their life, because that's something that they're going to be needing to do with their peers at times. And then this, we want to communicate that these boundaries, when we're having to set some things in place and make those hard decisions that, no, sorry, you can't go to that person's house, there's no parent going to be there, or whatever the situation might be. Just, we're saying, and they may not always appreciate this, but I think it's important to say, hey, it's about your safety. It's not personal. It's just that I need you and I want you to be safe. I care about you. And, things could happen. And talk through it with them. And that these boundaries are ultimately an expression of your love for them. Like I said, they may be like, whatever, Mom, whatever, Dad, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, I can't believe you won't let me do this. And they may be really angry about it. And that's okay. That's where they're at. In honoring that. Okay, I hear you're upset. And at the same time, I don't feel comfortable with that. So we could figure something else out. We could figure out a way for it to work out that I am comfortable with. Like, they could come over to our house so that, I'll know that everything is okay. So looking for a way to say yes and finding a way that you can agree to something. So not over there where there's no parents and supervision, but totally okay over here, right? I'm on board with that. Let's make it happen. And then number 3, another need is for power. So if we think back to when our kid was 2 to 3 years old, right? They're very similar stage of wanting to become independent. They were learning to say no, right? To assert themselves at that age. And now as a teen, they're doing that again. They're just in bigger bodies, and it's with more complex situations. So they need to express their voice. They need to be able to talk about what their viewpoint and their opinion is. How do we learn how to do it unless we try, right? So they have to practice with that. They want to make their own decisions. And like I said, that experimenting, trying it out and seeing what the result is and learning from it, right? Whether it's a positive consequence where things go well for them, or it's a negative consequence where things don't go the way that they planned, right? And it brings up some hard times. But that is how they're going to learn. And they will need our guidance. Like I was saying in the first part of this series, it's not in a way that we're lording it over them. We're not lording our authority over them, but we're there in conversation, in dialogue, through questions. We're giving suggestions. That's another big shift with a teenager. We're not just telling them what to do. We're offering suggestions, some different ideas of how that could be, whatever it is, could be accomplished. And this is how they will learn to do this responsibly for themselves, is because we have role modeled it, and we've prompted with questions that help them think about it. So this was a short topic today to talk about those 3 main needs that our teens have. And I welcome any questions that you have. I am happy. I'd love to answer questions on this and other topics. So if there's something you're struggling with your teen on, and you're wanting to know more about, or maybe you're a teen and you happen to be listening and you're struggling to understand your parent, feel free to contact me, because I would love to help you with those concerns. So if you'd like to stay connected with us, you can go to our website, relationshipsmatteraustin.com, and on there you can sign up for our monthly newsletter. We also have articles on our blog and also some videos on there. If you'd like more information on our services, we do offer parenting support, teen counseling, and we also offer family counseling as well. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well. And then you can also contact us by phone or email. And the phone number is 512-994-0432. And the email is carlene@relationshipsmatteraustin.com. Well, it has been a pleasure to share this information with you today, and I look forward to sharing more. So look out for the next parts of this. It is a 7-part series, so there is more to come, and watch out for those videos. All right? Take care.